How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Wednesday, April the 16th, 2025. Is your man Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all you good folk out there for continuing to rock out with my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I am back with another Kendra G video. And in this particular video, it is a follow-up interview of a guest that had originally came on. Allegedly, this brother is 79 years old, and I must admit he does not look his age. And he, I guess he's on her dating app, and she interviewed him live. He called in, and basically, she made him, like, I guess she called it a highlight. So she made him a highlight. So as the women over there do, her cousins, oh man, they start doing their investigative work, and they start picking apart his little profile. And they found a lie. But man, you know what, family? Was really crazy about this one is that Kendra G and this guy, they are crashing out on each other. If he is truly 79 and you know Kendra G, I think she in her 40s or whatnot. I'm not sure. For them to be going back and forth over this is just crazy. But family, without further ado, get your popcorn because I'm telling you, this one right here is a doozy.
Well, before I go to the obvious, let's start with the school. So we asked you, what grade did you said you didn't go to high school, you did 10th grade, then you said ninth grade, you never did no college, but your profile says you got a master's degree. So which one is the lie? Well, how old are you?
79.
You're not 79.
June 26, 1945.
You're 79?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't believe it. You look way younger.
I've been featured on a lot of different blogs and other social media platforms for being a handsome older black male.
You're gonna be 80 this year?
Yes, ma'am.
What? They want to know, what year did you graduate high school?
I never graduated from high school.
Did you graduate from college?
Nope. I was in the
Did you
street.
ever go to high school?
I was in the streets for a very long time.
So you never went to high school?
Nah, I did ninth grade. I'm sorry. So I never graduated.
What year was that?
I'm not sure. That was so long ago. You want me to go back to my childhood? And I'm 79.
We just want to verify your age with some type of things that we can all pinpoint. So now you ain't never go to college or high
No,
school,
ma'am.
so we can't pinpoint that year. How you never went to college, but you got master's degree on the Kendra G Singles dating app? So which
I
one is the lie?
lied in the
So
profile.
so now we know you a
No,
liar.
I lied
Well,
about.
not, that's what a liar does. A liar lies.
Kendra.
Well, hold on, pause. No,
Listen
no,
here.
no, no. Because I talked to your ass for 20 minutes. And then everybody been sending me your TikToks
Uh-huh.
and telling me you've been lying about your age for a while. So why'd you lie to my face? So you lied about having a master's degree.
Can can I can I speak now?
I paused.
Okay. The reason why is because I'm embarrassed. Who wants to put in a profile? Yeah, I dropped out of high school. Be for real. Who's going to put that in their profile? No one in here is going to put in their profile, I dropped out of high school. I didn't get past the ninth grade. Who's going to put that? Be for real.
Yeah, family, that's crazy, ain't it? This man, if he is 79 years old, which mm, I don't know, man. I know there's some older brothers out there who are older. They do not look their age. So he could be one of those anomalies. But I mean, from his looking at his face, he just don't look 79. Just don't. But, you know, man, how you surviving? If you have, you dropped out in the ninth grade. How did you survive this long at life? I mean, are you still working? I mean, what it just begs a lot of questions. But then now that these women are went and found that okay, how you dropped out of the ninth grade. but then you got a master's degree, man. And I get it. I understand, if he put that he a high school dropout on her app, man, man, shit, listen. The women already want a dude that's 6 foot, making well over six figures, six pack, and he gotta have at least 12 inches of wood. So it's already hard as is. And from what I think statistical data says that women, they swipe they swipe left or right, whichever one. When you select somebody, they swipe left, I don't know, minimal times than men, very few. Maybe like shit, out of 10 guys, they may swipe once or twice. So where men, shit, out of 10 chicks, men gonna swipe at least probably 10 out of 10. So it's already rough on these dating apps. So if this dude would have put the truth, man, I don't know, man. I just think the women on the app would have just dismissed him. So I get it. But at the same time, Kendra, in all fairness to him, women on your app lie. Oh yeah, them women on your app lie. They listen. In my opinion, if you not your true self and you don't look the same as your profile picture, well, that's a lie. Because the person I'm thinking I'm hooking up with is the person in the profile picture and all these and the rest of the pictures. The ones that got the Steven Spielberg spin on them. They done been computer enhanced and whatnot. That's the person I want to meet, not this 220-pound version, because that didn't look like you on your pictures. Who are you? Are you like the damn twin? So, I'm not saying that, what I'm saying, whether he lied or not, whether that's right or wrong. Listen, I'm not here to decide. What I'm here to say is that women lie on them apps all the time. They misrepresent themselves all the freaking time, but nobody calls them out.
Are you? Would you?
Well, first of all,
Would you? Would you?
you said it on the
I'm
show.
asking
Saying
you a
you on the
question.
show.
I'm
What?
asking you a
Saying
question.
you
Would
on
you
the
put that?
show. You should
Would
have
you
lied
put
on
that
the
in your
show.
profile?
Why
Would you
didn't
put
you
that in
lie
your
on the
profile?
show?
Say that again.
Why? Because the thing is, I can't give you any empathy there because on the live show, you should have continued to lie.
What did
But
I
you
lie?
didn't continue to
What did
lie
I lie
because then he
about?
was going to ask you
You guys are
about
making
the. Hold on,
assumptions
we
that I
both
lied.
can't talk, so I'm going to give you a chance to respond. So, with the way that you just said, because you asked me the question, would I be embarrassed? Yeah, I would be embarrassed. That's why I made sure I graduated from college. But outside of that point, you said to me, you didn't even go to college. So you should have said there, it's the lie should have been live, not on the app. On that saying it live to me that you never went to college would be worse if you were trying not to have that shame.
Well, I wasn't expecting to actually get put on the
Liars
show.
move a lot in the shares. When people
I
fidget,
swing a lot. I swing a lot, regardless.
and that's
That's
because you
just my
lie a
nature.
lot.
No,
You
no, no.
swing a lot because you lie
That's
a lot.
not what you're not going to do is put out that I'm a liar. Okay, we're not.
Well, no. First of all, we confirmed you're a liar. We
You
just
didn't confirm
confirmed the
anything.
lie.
I saw the recap or whatever
Well, yeah.
whatever y'all did.
So we know.
I mean,
So hold on.
this,
So hold on.
you can't go
Pause.
based off of somebody else's personal opinion,
But no.
can you?
We're not talking about that. That's why I said let's start with the first lie that we can
Okay.
confirm. And the first lie. So I'm not confirming you're a liar. You are confirming yourself that
Because
you're
I
a liar because you
said something
lied.
about my
So
education.
okay, but either way, liar is liar. So you lied. This is not
Have
something
you
I'm
ever
making
lied?
up.
Have you ever
Huh?
lied?
Wait,
Have you
this
ever
is
lied?
hold on, boo boo. You
Have you
call
ever
me.
lied?
I do the interview, and we talking to you right now. This is what liars do. Liars like to deflect.
I'm not
So when
deflecting. I'm
liars
just
get caught in
asking
the
you a
corner,
question. Have
this is
you
what
ever lied?
Man, listen, family. I must say, Kendra is punking dude, man. Kendra got this dude on his motherfucking heels, man. Listen, Kendra, listen, Kendra is like Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson knocked out Leon Spinks. Man, Kendra ain't let up off him soon as the interview started. She been at him, and unfortunately, man, all he doing is just taking a beat down. I hate that minute, but that's what's going on there.
I'm gonna show you how men do do, ladies,
Huh?
if you don't know. When they want to start,
Have you
when
ever
they don't
lied?
want the
Why can't you
energy
answer the
to be
question?
on them no
So you're
more,
perfect and
they
you've
try
never
to put
lied
the
on
energy
anything.
on you.
You're
See how he's
perfect and
trying
you've
to
never
say and say,
lied
he
on
said,
anything.
what you not
You've never
going to
lied,
do. Not,
Kendra.
baby, you know
Kendra,
you
have
can't
you ever lied?
baby, you know that you can't talk over
Have you
my
ever
show. I can
lied?
hang you up. Do you
You
want
can hang
to
me
stay
up.
on the show or do you want to be
That's
gone?
perfectly fine. But I'm
What do you
asking
want
you,
to
have
do?
you ever
Well,
lied?
no, you can't. How about this? It costs $5,000 to ask me a question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you want to
Mm.
continue asking questions, it costs $5,000. Do you have
Where the
Mm.
cash
$5,000
at?
to ask
I
me
got
a question?
5,000. Are
Huh?
you gonna answer the question?
No, I got my cash app ready.
Huh?
$5,000. You
Can
can ask me. You can't ask me no
ask
questions.
you, have you ever lied?
No, you can't ask me a question. It costs five
Why
thousand
can't why
dollars to
can't
ask
I
me a
ask you a
question.
question?
No, you called to my show to be interviewed. So that's what happens. I
I
ask
didn't
the
come here to be
questions. If
interviewed
you
this
don't
time.
like me,
I
if you
came to
don't like
address what y'all
questions, then
had
you don't
said.
call the
I
show.
didn't come
So
here to
you
be
got the
interviewed.
money to
I
ask
came
me
here
a
to
question
address
or
what
not?
y'all had
Do
said.
you have the
Because it
money
seemed as
to
if
ask
y'all
me a
had a
question
problem with
or
the way
not,
I
sir?
dressed. That was
The
the
bottom
difference
line
thing
is
right
you
there.
got caught up in your
I
own
received so
lies.
much
This is
feedback
what
about the way
people
I
do when
dressed
they
that it was an
lie.
issue.
They want to
It was an issue.
overtalk.
It was an issue about the way I dressed. So
We're not
it's
talking about your outfit.
no,
We're
no.
talking
That's
about
what
lying.
was said inside the chat. That's the only thing everybody spoke about was about what I had on.
No, we talked about the facts. You fidgeting so much. That's what
I'm
lies
not
do. They
fidgeting.
can't say.
I rock.
You know they
I'm not
rock. Yeah, I
fidgeting.
know. It's exciting. I
I'm
know.
not
Either way.
fidgeting.
Either way. No. I focus on facts. So here's the
Okay.
deal. I don't know you from a day. I never heard of you until you called my show that
Well,
you
now
volunteer to
you know me.
come. Hold on, don't overtalk me. We're gonna learn to have respect. So when you talk, I'm gonna be quiet and you're gonna do the same.
Damn. Ooh. Man, Kendra G is handling this motherfucking brother. I don't understand why would you even subject yourself to this? You're an older man, and at 79 years old, this is why I don't think this brother is 79. If he is 79 in age, he's definitely not 79 in wisdom. See, wisdom don't equate to how long you've been living. And I've known a lot of old fools. I've known a lot of very old men who were fools when it came down to applying common sense, when it came down to making sound decisions, when it came down to being disciplined and standing 10 toes down on your square. This dude, man, he first of all, I wouldn't even be going back and forth with Kendra on the World Wide Web, on a live, no doubt. And then now she like manhandling you, bro. Okay, so you lied, but to come on here and banter back and forth with a woman, I just don't know if I would have. I don't know that a masculine man would be doing that. But I don't know. Maybe he's defending this. They said um some disparaging things about him, and he's coming to address them. So I get it. That's that. Let him have his moment. But bro, now it's getting to the point that it sounds to me like two women are going back and forth. Not trying to be disrespectful to this older brother, but that's what it sounds like to me. If I was to close my eyes and say, man, it sounds like damn two women going back and forth over something that's really nonsensical.
The fact remains, you don't ask me no questions. It costs $5K. Now the cash app is Kendra G Media. If you want to ask me more questions, if not, I'm gonna continue to host my show the way I do that you volunteered to be on. Now, only thing I can prove that was a lie because I don't know you is the fact about the college education. I asked you directly. You told me you didn't finish high school. You said you went to the 10th grade. I said 10th grade high school. You said, nah, I did ninth grade. I said, oh, you didn't do no
So I
college.
corrected
Hold
myself.
on, wait. Well, I'm going to give you a chance to respond, but you got to let me finish everything. So, nah, I did ninth grade. I said, oh, you ain't do no college? You said, nope, I ain't do no college. Now, the one thing, let me tell you something about my cousins. I didn't even catch the lie, to be quite honest. But the KBI, which is the Kendra Bureau of Investigation, said, well, Kendra, how he got a master's degree on the profile if he never went to college? So that was the confirmation of you being a liar. So we set that tone from the jump.
Can I speak now?
Go ahead and say some more
So
lies
so
to us. What
you're
you want to say?
telling me that everybody's pro
Yeah, but Kendra, hold on now. Now, in all fairness to this brother, when them ladies go on they apps and put, oh, they serial entrepreneurs, or they making 200,000 a year, and they expecting a man that's making $200,000 a year, and they also got a couple kids, but they want a God fearing man because after they done gave a couple of Dusties two offspring, that they want somebody to be a stepdaddy to. They have all these crazy ass expectations. And to me, I think, in my opinion, that's a lie in of itself. Because you overvaluing yourself when you know that ain't nowhere in the world you gonna pay top dollar for a used 2008 with a bunch of miles on it. You ain't gonna do that, my good lady. You ain't gonna pay 2025 price for a Dodge Hellcat. You ain't gonna pay a 2025 price for a 2015 Dodge Hellcat. Anybody who done that, listen, I got an igloo to sell you. So, yeah, he told a lie. He did, but at the same time, it's not like them ladies ain't lying like hell on them profiles.
profile.
We're
It's
not talking about.
100.
We're talking about you.
Everybody's
Hold on,
profile is
hold on, hold
100%
on. We're not
untrue.
talking about. Listen, You're not gonna do the judge. We're
Yes, I
talking
will.
about you. No, no. We're only
You
talking
said I
about
can
you.
speak when you were
No,
done.
no. But you can only talk about yourself because it's a me and you
But this,
conversation. You can't
but
talk
this is
about
directed
everybody
towards
else.
me.
You're talking
This
about you.
involves me.
So you know you just brought in other people. Speak about yourself only. So what you want to say about yourself only?
I just told you. I told you
What
the
did you say?
reason why I did. Did I not? I said it as
Okay,
soon
so
as I
yeah,
walked in
so
here.
the reason why we revisit that is because you said what I'm not gonna do is call you a liar. No, it was proven. That's a proven fact. Okay, we passed that. So I'm just calling you by
It
your name. Like you
wasn't
prove
proven.
it
What
is
it
proven. You
was you
lied.
looked
That's a
at the
proof. That's
profile
a
and saw
if
what
we
the
weren't in
profile
court,
was.
if
But
we
when
were
you
in
asked
court
me
right
about it just
now,
now, I just
no.
spoke on it. And I told you the reason why I did it.
It
What's
doesn't
wrong with
matter, but
that?
it's
What's
still a
wrong with
lie
that?
though.
What's wrong with sitting
The
here
the
saying, you
reason
know what, I'm
behind
embarrassed that I
listen,
didn't graduate out of high school.
okay, listen, you can
So I
have your
put it in my
reason.
bio. So I put it in my bio.
Listen, you can have your reason behind.
Here's the thing. My thing is this. I understand being embarrassed about not graduating, but if you perhaps didn't graduate and you look to, looking at your little, the little background, your little scenery, you look to be living a decent life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's an apartment or a condo, townhouse, but it looked like you're doing pretty well for yourself for a man who dropped out of school in the ninth grade, man. Look like you living pretty good. So I think that you would not necessarily have to lie about having a higher level education when you don't, especially if you are still a successful man. Man, women don't care about all that. Long as you got your money on deck, they don't care about you whether you dropped out in the ninth grade or whether you got a bachelor's degree or master's degree. All they care about it if you got them greenbacks, them pesos, the mucho dinero. That's all they care about.
It, but the fact still remains you lied. We're not talking about the reason. We're talking about the fact.
Okay.
And the fact is you lied. Period.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So what you want? I mean, you call me. So what
To,
you want?
to speak about what we're talking about right now.
Oh, that's all you, is there anything else you want to say?
Like I said, I didn't like the fact that everybody is downplaying the way I dress. Like, what's wrong with the way I dress? That was the biggest comments right there. Older men.
I don't really see a lot of
There's an
comments.
age restriction on the way a person dress. That's what y'all pretty much have said. Your boy that was up there sat back there and said something about my glasses. Those were YN glasses. That's what he said. He said that they were YN glasses. I'm from Detroit. That's all we wear here, pretty much, our Cartier glasses. That's what we wear.
Yeah, but bro, if you a confident dude, why do you care about what some other dude had to say about you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, That's just the way it is. And as an older guy, nobody ain't gonna expect you to dress like you 25. Man, come on, listen. As long as your bank account is strong, man, you can dress how you want to dress. But at the end of the day, the person that's saying that you got on YN glasses, how much money he got in his bank account? And if what he got in his bank account don't surpass yours or don't match yours, well, bro, you know what I'm saying? Why would you care what he thinks? No, I wouldn't.
So
Okay, first of all, real quick, your outfit was the least amount of the conversation. The biggest
no,
part.
no, it
Hold
wasn't.
on, hold
That
on,
was
wait, hold on, hold
read the
on.
comment.
Let me. Oh,
Read the
listen. We
comment.
have to listen. The biggest part is if you were 79. That's the biggest part of the conversation. And most people do not believe you were 79. Now, yes, hold on. We did a recap show today and we were talking about your outfit, but it wasn't about your outfit. It was more so about you not having a weapon. It was a joke. He's a comedian. And he talked about older men normally have some type of weapons on them because they got to protect themselves. That obviously is a joke. So if you 79, you would have got that. But the fact of the matter, we're not going to deflect. Your ass ain't 79.
Who
How about that one?
deflected? I'm up here talking to you.
No, you
Deflecting
want
is
to talk about
avoiding everything.
your outfit, all
A
that. Let's
deflection is
talk about
avoiding
the
everything.
age.
I'm not deflecting
Well, let's go
anything,
back to
Kendra.
the age. Let's talk about the age. Nobody believes you're 79. I don't believe it either anymore. I don't believe you're 79. I don't believe you had a baby at 73. I don't believe you dated a woman at 21 and got her pregnant. I don't believe any of it. It's all a lie. You can continue to be on these internet streets, and you got me. You got me because I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. But the more the interview went on, and maybe you didn't know the popularity of my show, they're gonna unravel your bullshit.
They didn't
And that's
unravel
just what it is.
anything. What they
That's
looked
just
at
what
was
it
my
is.
profile and seeing that something about college.
What?
Everybody tweets.
Okay, let's okay. How about this?
Everybody
Oh,
tweets something in their profile. I don't
okay,
care
but
who
okay.
you are. On this
What's your
app,
name
in these
again?
comments, somebody's gonna tweet something.
Okay.
Any and everybody.
So real
That's just
got
common
you.
sense.
Got
Come
you.
on now. So you can't
Okay,
just sit
got
here
you.
and say automatically, "Oh man, you the world's biggest liar" because of a
I didn't say
because
the
of
world's biggest
my
liar. You said
educational
that.
profile.
Okay, how about this? How about this? How about this? Let's take the master's degree and the outfit off the table. We're gonna talk only about your 79-year-old age.
I don't have to talk about that. How
Oh,
about that?
you don't gotta talk about
Pay
that no
me
more? You wanna talk about that more?
$5,000 to talk about my age.
No, you called me, baby. I didn't call you.
Pay me
See, you
$5,000 to talk about my
baby,
age.
you
You want
don't
to know
get
about my age?
$5,000.
You
You don't
pay
get
me
nothing.
$5,000, I pull my ID out.
Baby, we don't
You
care enough for you to pull
do
your
care. That's what you say here.
$5,000.
Say this.
You ain't got it
You
like
just
that,
say here.
boo.
Say that's what y'all
Remember,
care
this is my
about.
show.
Pay me $5,000, I pull out my ID.
This only
My wallet
works
right
in
here.
my favor.
No, y'all want to know so bad. Pay me $5,000,
Nobody's
and
paying
I
you
will provide my
$5.
ID right here.
Nobody's paying you
It's
$5.
right there. Pay
Nobody's
me
paying you
5,000. I'll
$5.
show you. Pay me 5,000.
You can't beat me. See, the difference is this.
What do you mean? I'm
You
not
can't
trying to
beat me.
be you.
You're
I'm not trying
trying
to
to
be you,
say
but
what I said.
I have a price too. I have a value too.
Okay, well
I know my value as well.
you should have got
I
it
know
at
my
the
value
door.
as well.
You should have got
Okay?
it at
I
the
know
door
my
because you
value as
called me
well.
for free.
Okay?
You called
Okay?
me
I
for
know
free
my
and played yourself.
value as well. So if you want to see
I
this ID, pay me
I don't have
5,000
to
as
see
well.
your.
Oh my God, what is going on, man? Family, they are crashing out. This shit is crazy. Man, I mean, come on, man. Is it really that serious? At this point, is it really that serious, my man? If you survived life and you dropped out in the ninth grade, you must have something in you that breeds stability. That you got that fight in you. You got that dog in you. So, you know what I'm saying? Why you can't push up on no honeys in like your city? I mean, if he's 79 and he don't look, see, he's 79, he might look maybe in his 50s. Man, come on. I don't know if he's trolling. I don't believe he's 79, me personally, but I don't know. He could be. But man, you can't push up on no chicks in your city. I mean, you know how they are on on her app. You know how it is on her live. You know how it is on her show. So I don't understand why you men keep doing it to yourselves. I just don't.
ID.
Huh?
I don't have to see your
Listen,
ID.
Kendra, one thing you're
Listen,
not going to do is sit here and try to
sir.
boss
No
up on
matter
me.
what you
Don't
say,
ever try
you
to boss
played
up on me, Kendra.
yourself.
Kendra, don't try
You
to boss
played
up on me,
yourself,
okay?
honey.
Don't do
I
that no
know you
more.
thought you was
Don't
going
do
to do
that no
something
more.
right, but you
Like I
played
said,
yourself.
you told me I gotta pay you 5,000
Yeah,
to ask you a question.
that's the
So
truth.
pay me 5,000 to see this
Why would I
ID.
do that? You called my
Why?
show.
Because y'all concerned about my age, right?
You
That
talked
was the
about your
topic of
age.
spin. That's what the
You
topic of
talked
spin.
about
My
your age,
age.
sir.
So pay me
You
five
can't.
thousand. I will show
Nobody
you my
cares to
ID.
pay you
It's
five
right
thousand
there.
dollars.
It's right
No
there.
one cares.
Right there. You how? That's what the conversation has been about.
They are
My
crashing
age.
out.
This
You
is
just said. So how is it no one cares when you just out here saying that's what everybody's talking about?
no one cares enough to pay you five thousand
And no
dollars. You
one
can't
cares
be
to pay you
me.
5,000 to ask you one
You
question
can't
about
see
two people lives. No one cares
this is
about
why
paying you
do
five
men want to
thousand to
be
ask you
women
that
so
question.
much?
Huh?
This is an example of a man trying to be a woman. That's what I
No,
said.
who's trying to be a woman?
You,
I'm trying to have a
because you're
conversation with
trying to
you,
repeat what
but
I
yet you
said.
don't
That's
want
a
me to
man.
be.
Man, family, I hate to say it, but man, he exuding some feminine energy, man. For him to be 79, if he is really 79 and to be going back and forth with Kendra like this,
Man
But you
trying
don't
to
want me to be
be
hurt.
a woman.
No, huh? No, this is the view of a woman trying to be a man. Masculine,
How? You call my show. I didn't
masculine,
even call you.
masculine,
If we don't talk,
masculine,
I don't know
masculine,
you. I wasn't
masculine,
hunting you down. What are you
masculine. You're a
talking about?
masculine woman. That's it's fine.
I know it's fine, sir. You played yourself.
Now what?
Congratulations.
How did I play myself?
Just by being here and acting the way that you're
How am
acting.
I acting?
Because you got busted in a lie and you hate that we figured
What
out that
lie? What
you're not
lie?
79 years
How did I
old.
get busted in a lie because of my college
No,
background?
because
Because I
you're
because I
not 79 years
because I
old.
speak my profile?
Because you're not 79 years old. That's why you got busted in a lie. And if we went to court, the first thing they would do is say, sir, prove your
Are,
age, and you wouldn't be
are
able
we
to
in
do
court?
so.
Or are we on the social media?
You're a, what are you talking about?
You said if we went to court.
Yeah,
Are
because
we
the
in
court would have the
court or are we
facts.
on the social media?
Oh, you wouldn't want to do that because you know you can't prove. Because
I'm
they'll
asking
prove
you a
all the lies.
question. Why?
After.
Like I say, you know what? You deflect a lot. You know,
Huh?
you, you deflect a
What
lot.
did I
Like I said, are we in court?
reflect? What did I
Are
say?
we
What
in
did you ask
court
me?
or are we on the social media,
We're
Kendra?
on social media.
Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is.
What's that? What was the point we were making? I
The
missed it.
point is a person can be whoever they want to on the social media. We're not in court. We're
Oh,
not in
so
court.
you
We're not.
agree
We're
that
not.
we
We're
can
not
make up?
in court. No, no. What I'm sitting here stating to you is just like you are whoever you are. You're Kendra G. Okay. Okay. I'm Uchi the ruler. Okay. I don't have anything to prove to any of you. Like I said, if you want to see this ID, you want me to prove my age, pay me 5,000.
Yeah, again, something a woman said. You couldn't even be original.
Huh?
bro, why are you arguing? Why are you arguing with her? You are older brother. Why are you going back and forth with Kendra about proving whether you your age? Why does it matter? Why does it matter at this point? They flaming him because of the fact he said that, during her live, he dropped out of high school in the ninth grade, or dropped out of school, and I'm sorry, dropped out of school in the ninth grade. But on his profile, it says he has a master's degree. So, I mean, come on. All right. So he told a little white lie. But ladies, y'all do the same thing.
Huh?
You couldn't even be
Man,
original with that.
stop trying to do that,
I'm
Kendra.
not.
You know what? What I noticed? Most of you women that have
Most
these
of my
big platforms, that's what y'all do.
What
That's what y'all do.
do we
Y'all
do?
sit back and try to y'all sit back and try to place a man within some type of feminine energy every time.
I just.
Yeah,
Is it not a fact
you
that
just say
okay?
you compared me to a woman just now. You just did. You just said
Well,
you're trying to compare me to a woman.
because what I'm saying is you are just saying that because I said that as a woman. It's not an original
No,
thought.
no, no, no. That's not what it
You,
is. If you
yes,
want to
it
see
is
this,
what it is. You even said it.
if it's
If
that
we rewind
important,
the
okay, you
tape,
know what? If it's that important, pay me 6,000. Now it ain't the same.
baby, you want to get
Now it ain't the
$6.
same, Kendra. Pay me 6,000. It ain't the same now. You said 5, pay me 6. It ain't the same now.
I just.
I'm not.
Do you even realize how much you're embarrassing yourself, or
No,
you don't? You don't.
I'm not.
Even men. Let me tell you
Man, listen,
something. Men who give me a hard
I don't
time.
care, Kendra. I
But
don't care
here's the
about
men who get.
Kendra.
I think here's the
Understand something.
problem. You're upset.
I
You're
don't care
upset
about what
because you have this
anybody thinks of
narrative.
me, Kendra.
Here's
Understand?
the truth. Here's the truth.
Kendra.
Here's the truth. No,
Here's my truth.
Here's the truth.
I don't
Well, brother, you do care about what people think. That's why you called in on this show to defend against, what her cousins were saying about you. So you do care about what people say. And that's this whole thing about this social media, internet thing, man. If you got a soft skin, man, you can't don't expose yourself to the internet. Don't even, just stay as a, you consume the content. You might do internet searches, be a light user. But when you start talking about like doing these lives and creating content and being a part of content creation, man, listen, if you got soft skin, you might want to rethink that.
Upset that you had a narrative
okay?
of being 79 years old, and my show is exposing it to be a lie. And now you can't rock with that lie no more. So this is what happens when a person is caught in a lie. They act like this. And you had no idea when you came onto my show how much my reach of my show is. And now he's just upset that he can no longer further the lie of 79 because as he says that, people will just come to get my show and they will get this interview, and now he has no other lie to stand on. So what's happening is he's trying to overtalk me because he doesn't want me to get this out. He doesn't want y'all to hear what I'm saying. What we're seeing is a meltdown. This is a meltdown by a man who cannot continue on with a lie that he created. And he's very upset that he cannot carry this social media lie. And he's going to keep talking over me because he doesn't want you to hear the truth. And what happens is, well, baby, it's my show. I'm not talking over you. You just talking. Nobody, we all know you've been exposed so much. It's like you were grown.
Exposed about what? Age and some college? What are you talking about? What kind of exposing is that? You act like I'm running out here beating on women. We exposed you for beating women. You're talking about a fucking profile on your app. That's what you're talking about. A profile on your app. That's what you're talking about. Exposing is, oh, that man, he beats women, he does this, he does that. That's exposing.
So let me give you. Okay, so can I talk now?
You're talking about an age.
Can I talk now?
You're talking about a college background on your app.
Okay. So hear me out. So for you, maybe it's not serious, but for here, it's extremely serious because what happens is you are presenting yourself, and if a woman watches the video and thinks you're truly 79 and believes everything that you say, she reaches out to you off of the things that you say. So that falls into the misleading category. It's actually a very serious thing, whether you know it or not. I have a dating app. So if you come on a show and mislead women to come at you, it's actually very serious.
So I came on here live and told my truth. I didn't graduate from high school.
Kendra, I can't let that shit slide right there. As I stated before, women misrepresent themselves not only on her app, but when she do these lives with these women, they constantly stay misrepresenting themselves. But she won't call them out. He won't even hold their feet to the fire. Women do it all the time on her show. They always misrepresent themselves, but when it's a man doing it, it's a big deal. I don't agree with that. I'm not saying that this older brother going back and forth with Kendra over this trivial BS. I'm not saying I agree with that either, but you know, he is really kind of displaying a lot of feminine energy by going back and forth. You saying one, bro, you don't care about what people think about you, but here you are on this show and you still on this show. And y'all, I mean, y'all like, how many minutes into this are y'all into this live?
I said it live. I didn't graduate from high school. I said it, but I'm a liar because I put something in the profile. But I said it on live in front of 2,000 people that I did not graduate from high school. But I'm a liar because of that. But I said it on live. Make it make sense, Kendra.
The biggest lie.
Only 56
okay,
people.
How do you listen? How do you ask me to ask a question and start talking?
Went to my profile.
How do you ask me a question and start talking?
Only 56 people.
I feel bad. You are so embarrassing. I feel bad for you. This isn't gonna age well. You're gonna regret this.
I'm gonna
absolutely.
Why am I gonna regret this?
Because you look like a goofy.
I look like a goofy because of what I put in my profile.
Acting, sir. I feel bad for you.
Kendra, Why is it that you're allowed to get loud with me, but I can't get loud with you?
I
Because
wasn't
this
even
is your
talking
show.
loud. I'm not
Because
even
this is your
talking
show.
loud.
Why is it
You
okay for you
keep
to
calling.
call me feminine? Why is it okay for
I'm
you to
not
call me
talking loud.
feminine? Why is it okay for you to call me feminine, but I can't be offended by that, and I can't speak my mind? That's the problem right there. You've called me feminine. You've gotten loud with me. What are you talking about?
You didn't
So
get
I
loud
defend
with me in this
myself.
interview?
I defend myself, and I'm a goofy
Well,
because this is your show.
okay.
Because this is your show. So I gotta shut my fucking mouth and allow you to call me feminine, and for you to get loud with me because this is your show. I get you.
No,
I get you.
that's not the case. No, I'm going
That
to
is
talk.
the case.
Wait, we can't
Because
both
that's what.
talk. So how is it going to work? When you were talking, I was quiet. You're going to give me the same respect. All I'm doing is calling out factual things. The feminine part, where I said men trying to be like a woman, is because you came up with the $5,000 question narrative after I said it. So that's a fact. But the biggest fact remains is you came on my show and used my platform and lied to women about your age and probably other things. And that's where you messed up. You cannot come on my platform and make up stories and then get exposed for all the lies. So that's just the beginning and the end. Are we done? Do you have anything else to say, sir?
Kendra,
Do you have, okay, what, yes. What do you want to say,
you
sir?
have a grand night, okay?
I was having a great night. I hope you do the same.
I,
Bye.
I certainly will.
Okay.
Have a blessed one.
All right. All right. Don't lie on my show. If you don't know, we got the KBI, the Kendra Bureau of Investigation. Okay? The Kendra Bureau of Investigation is when they're going to find out, right? They're going to find out. That was sad, actually. I don't think people understand my show and its reach. It happens a lot. I think people think they could just call us up, say whatever, and lie like the truth ain't gonna come out. The one thing these people gonna do, they gonna find the truth. Now, if you watch the first interview, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I really did give him the benefit of the doubt. I let that 79 narrative go. Y'all was cussing me out in the comment section, telling me I'm crazy. Kendra, why you let that? Y'all was cussing me out. I saw a lot of them saying, we can't believe you believe it. But I said, you know what, y'all, I don't know. Now, I will say, I did say this in the interview. How is he older than my daddy? Because my daddy is 77. I think my daddy's like 73. And so that would be kind of crazy. But once we proved that he lied about the college degree, I said, okay. And let me tell you something. One thing I know how people act when they get caught up in lies. They like to deflect. He want to talk about the outfit the whole time. Ain't nobody talking about your outfit, boy. Ain't nobody talking about your outfit. We talking about your age. He don't want to talk about the age too much. He don't want to talk about the age too much. And the reason I brought up the court of law, people be trying to be like, oh, I'm going to go. Call the judge. Because the first thing the judge is going to say is start prove everything you said on that lie. And he can't do it.
Family, I'm gonna stop the video right there. That was kind of tough to watch. But I must say, gentlemen, if you're gonna go on these dating apps, especially hers, you're gonna run that risk. You might want to just, no, I mean, nope. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know because the women are not all honest and forthcoming with their true self. So I don't think the men should have to be either. That's just my opinion. When women start being open and honest and transparent, then okay, the men do the same. But until then, I don't think a man should overexpose his weaknesses on some crazy ass dating app. And I don't think a woman should do it either. I mean, you don't know these people. You don't know who you coming in contact with. People are crazy. So you don't want to overexpose yourself. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.